everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing another speed build. This one is a mini castle house conversion type deal. Now a while ago I've actually built a couple of castles now, and when I was doing a little bit of research and having a look at the different types of castles and different styles, I came across some of these really cute small castle conversions where basically, you know, once upon a time it was a castle or part of a castle and someone's converted it into a house. So the other day, even though I've had this idea in mind for some time, I didn't have a plan to build it at all. And I decided I was going to do a build, sat down, started to do some sort of builds. I was recording and everything, and nothing was working at all. I literally built one house and I just didn't like it. So I completely bulldozed it and I was like, right, maybe try and do something a bit smaller. So had a look over on Windenburg and I thought there's quite a lot of plots that I haven't used before, and this one was actually the ancient ruins, which you can see in the background. So I thought, oh, let's see if I can do something on there, and lo and behold, I just start building and this is what I ended up building. Now, it's a really strange build because somebody actually asked me in the comments the other day where I get my inspiration from, and I'm asked that quite often, and a lot of inspiration is literally from real life and Pinterest, Google, you know, anywhere you look, for building, you've got inspiration all around you because you're always seeing buildings. But with this particular one, obviously I wasn't really sure where I was going. I was just building and just going with it, just adding stuff on, sticking loads of windows on, and it was just really fun because I think I've done that many big builds recently that to do something small, I don't know, I think you get used to building quite fast, or a lot faster than maybe you ordinarily would if you weren't doing speed builds all the time. And so when I come to do something this size, I seem to put it together really quick. And like, as I look at it now, even though I know it's sped up, we're literally only a couple of minutes into the build and it's done. So it was a lot of fun doing this one, but it was a bit of a strange one. Now, even though I quite liked it because it was different, there was something a little bit off about the exterior, and I really couldn't put my finger on it. I think it was that the left huge turret wasn't forward enough. I don't know what it was, but I did do some chopping and changing with the exterior at the back as well, because it did start off quite similar to the front, but I did extend it out just to kind of change the shape of it a little bit. But yes, this is a little mini castle. Now, as I was building it, obviously, I was just literally going with the flow. I kind of thought it started to have that sort of Halloween-y type vibe. You know, it's like this old little castle. So when I came to do sort of the exterior, I started to add in some like old kind of trees, like that tree you can see on the right-hand side now. And around the back I added in a couple of like tombstones and then began to add pumpkins. And I was thinking, as I was doing it, I was like, is this going to be a Halloween build, Kim? Like, really, what are you doing with this build? And the honest answer is, I would probably say I actually went onto the gallery and I downloaded this little old man. Oh, he's so sweet as well. I'm going to have to leave a link to this little old man because he was like, if old men can be sweet, this one was sweet. And I kind of imagined a little old man that was living here, and possibly people, you know, he was kind of like talked about in the town. He was probably a little bit like, what's that film? I just literally had to ask my husband and my son. It's that film called Monster House that's got Nebuchadnezzar in, where he's like, stay off my lawn. And I kind of imagined a kind of old man like that living here that was really private, but genuinely he was a really, really nice guy. But around Halloween, people just saw this kind of building as being like old and spooky, and that he had like, you know, some sort of history, dark history, which really just didn't exist. He really was just an old man that had lived in this house for years and years and years. So that's what I went with. And when I came to do the interior as well, I kind of used lots of cracks, you know, and lots of cobwebs and things like that. And it was just like, maybe once upon a time was quite a beautiful place, but it's just been a little bit overgrown over the years, and it's just a little bit run down now. But ultimately, it still has sort of like a glamour and character to it. Now, in this upstairs bit at the very top that you just saw me do very briefly, that was like the top half of the turret, and obviously, because we don't have spiral staircases, you can't actually access that. And so I just decided to make it like a attic room, you know, that you can't actually get in. But no. Theoretically you can't, but we're just going to go with it. So it was like an attic room, so I just chucked a few boxes in there, a few stacked up chairs and a table, nothing too fancy. And then down here now in the living room, like I say, I was really not sure how I was building it. What kind of vibe, you know, was I building it for a vampire? Was I going to make it like nice and modern, cozy? But I've done a couple of autumn builds now, and actually my next collaboration is going to be another autumn build, but it'll probably be one of my last ones that I do, because they've all had quite a similar theme to them. So when I came to do this, whereas ordinarily maybe I would have done it a bit cozier, I thought, no, I want to step away from that and maybe do it just like an old lived-in castle. So that's what I went with in the end. But I think I test out about 10 different wallpapers, because at this point I'm still unsure what it is that I'm doing with it. And I don't think at this point I downloaded the old little man. He was just sort of there in the background of my mind as an idea. So yeah, in the end, this was a 2-bed, 2-bathroom build. It was built on a couple of different lots actually. It started out on the ancient ruins lot, but when I came to add in this little old man, unfortunately you can't change it to a residential lot, so I ended up having to move the whole castle and build it over on, I think I built it on Willow Creek somewhere, and then I moved it over to Windenburg. So yeah, it's on that little island in Windenburg on a 20 by 20 lot, and it actually looks quite sweet there up on the hill overlooking the sea. And probably, if this really was a castle, would probably be like the prime location for that type of build as well. So welcome to everybody that's new. My word, what a weekend I have had on the old sub count. I'm fast approaching 1,000 subscribers, and I didn't realise we were kind of gonna accelerate as fast as we have been, but welcome to everybody that's new. I am so happy and pleased to have you on board. It's amazing. My mind's blown. But if you missed it in the last video, I am actually doing a stuff pack of choice giveaway at 1,000 subscribers, and what I've decided to do is a Q&A, a question and answers from me to celebrate 1,000 subscribers. And also during that video, obviously after I've reached that goal, I will during that video announce the winner. So in order for you to enter for a stuff pack of your choice, all you need to do is write in capitals below in the comment section, the word enter in capitals. I'll leave the what you need to do in the description box below anyway. It's literally just leave the word enter in capitals. But if you've already done it in the previous video, please, if you can, don't do it again, because I've got quite a nice list going now and I don't want to have to go through and just try and like cross them off, etc. So yeah, if you've already entered in the last video, then you have already, you know, you're in with a chance to win. So if you missed it and you want to take part, then you know, you're more than welcome to. It would be great. And I was actually saying the other day, I really, really wish I was in a position to be able to give back to each and every one of you, because I've had so much love and support from so many different sources over this journey so far that, you know, if I could, I would love to give back to everybody. So yeah, it's just a little bit of something back from me, just to say thank you so much for the, you know, for being there, for subbing and for watching, commenting, liking. You know, it all helps me on my little journey here. So the next thing that you're going to see from my channel will be a special collaboration coming up sort of midweek, and we've been working on that together for a couple of weeks now, and I'm looking forward to that one going up because I can't wait to see what was done with the interior, but I won't say any more about that. Tonight I'm going to begin working on the first house in mine and Laura's New Crest project, which I'm so excited about. I really, really love building, without a doubt. I do love doing interiors, and I especially love doing interiors actually when I've not done them for a while, but I really love building. So to be able to build that many houses without having to do the interior is bliss. It's brilliant for me, which means that I'll be full of enthusiasm for all the builds that I do in between where I do have to do the interior. So I'm excited for that. I can't wait for that project to kick off. And then there will be some spooky builds coming up, you know, like official spooky ones, not just like pretend spooky ones like this little castle. So I hope you're all having a fantastic week wherever you are in the world. If you're interested in following me on Twitter at all, then I will leave a link in the description box below. I quite like Twitter actually as a form of social media. It's the only one that I've got, and that's because there's quite a lot of our fellow simmers over on Twitter. A lot of them use it, and it's just really, really good to keep up to date with everybody. And you know, I do tend to retweet people's builds as well. You know, there's some fantastic talent out there, and I love Twitter for that, you know, just discovering new people and new talent and things like that. So yeah, feel free to go and check that out. And if you like this video, please leave me a big thumbs up. That always helps me to know that I'm heading in the right direction. And if you've not subbed, feel free to sub, and then you can keep up to date with all the latest and greatest from Sim Kim. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Bye.